Hey there everybody, it's Nasty Pete here again, and well, it's time for another video. And this time, I'm coming at you with something different. Since I've been away from YouTube for a little over a month now, I figured I'd come back with a new game for you guys to enjoy along with me. For those of you who don't know what this game is, this is Xenonauts, which is a spiritual successor slash reimagining of the original XCOM UFO Defense, pioneered by Julian Gallup back in the mid-90s. This version was made by Goldhawk Interactive, and it took the original idea, and instead of making it at the end of the 20th century, they had it take place during the Cold War era of the 1970s. I believe this one specifically takes place in 1979. I'm not particularly sure, because I never paid attention, I just played the game. Basically, the aliens attack in a prologue mission that's detailed with the game in a manual, and they're extras. It's a full short novel, and it's called the Iceland Incident because the UFO was actually crash landed in Iceland. Basically, it was a complete disaster. The only people who ended up surviving were those in the command tent, and they agreed, because one was leader of the Russian forces, one was the leader of the NATO forces. They agreed to form a collective agreement known as the Xenonauts Initiative to combat the extraterrestrial threat. So start this game off. I'm going to be playing it on easy so that I can draw out these episodes to make this series about as long as my current CSGO series, hopefully longer. I'll leave the explanatory dialogues on, and I'm not going to turn on Iron Man because, well, where's the fun in that now? Alright, feel free to read this little blurb here. It's just telling you how to use the geoscape. It's basically the map of the world. Feel free to read it if you want. I'm not going to. Alright, so when I want to start my base. I think I'm going to start my base somewhere where I'm going to get a majority of the funding nations, which would be right about here in the middle of Indochina, well, on the edge of Indochina, almost in the Middle East, because that's going to give me the entire Middle East. That's going to give me a little bit of Indochina, and it's also going to give me a portion of the Soviet Union, so it should keep 3 of the funding nations happy. And I'm going to take this as a homage to Necroscope 86, and I'll name my original base X Command. Necroscope 86 actually did a playthrough of this game on his channel, and his playthrough, which I'm watching right now, I was watching beforehand, is what inspired me to do my own playthrough, so shout out to you, Mr. Necroscope. Just a word of warning, I am playing this game with a couple of mods on already, so I'm going to leave a list of that in the description, so that you guys know exactly which mods I'm using, because it's a really extensive list, and I do not want to label out each of them individually. So you guys can look there in the description to find out which mods I'm actually playing it to match my gameplay experience if you so feel. Alright, so this is how you start out your base. You start out with 4 hangars, one of which is empty. The other 3 are occupied, 2 of which with Condors, which are the lowest level fighter jets that you start with. They're actually the most advanced ones that the humans have access to. And then you also have Charlie 1, which is a Chinook helicopter, I believe. It is basically your troop transport. It's basically the 70s equivalent of the Sky Ranger. You also get 1 laboratory, you got the command center, you got workshop, living quarters, radar array, and a storeroom to store all your extra supplies. To start off, I like to buy another laboratory so that we can get more scientists later on. I like to build a workshop to get more engineers. I also like to build another living quarters to get more soldiers, and so that we can fit all these people that I want. I also like to get another radar array to have cover more area of the map. I like to get a medical center so that I can heal my soldiers from battle wounds, and a missile battery to protect us against any incoming extraterrestrial threats that want to storm the base, basically. Moving on, this is your research screen. This research screen, you start off with 10 scientists, and they're already working on a research project for you, which is basically the alien invasion research. Basically, it's a detail of how this all started. It also covers the Iceland incident a little bit, so if you want to read that when that's done, feel free. You can also hire and fire scientists. Right now, I'm actually going to hire 5 because it's prevalent to get your research topics done pretty quickly. This is your engineering screen. Basically, this is where you're going to build all the stuff that the researchers come up with. We don't have anything to build right now because there's no topics that need to be researched, so It's going to be empty for the time being. This is your storeroom. Basically, this is where all your supplies go. Down the road, when you get alien alloys, when you build laser weapons, plasma weapons, other aircraft, you know, this is where they're going to be stored, basically. Alright, this is your barracks list. Basically, it tells you which soldiers you have at your disposal currently and what their rank is, you know, what their stats are, all the good stuff. Looking first look, it looks like I got gypped on the time units aspect, but I got compensated with a lot of accuracy, so that's good. And my soldiers look like a very, very brave bunch with the 2 exceptions, so that's a good thing always to have. Next up, you have your soldier equipment screen. Basically, this is showing you what each of your soldiers is taking into battle. You get unlimited weapons to start off with. You also get unlimited ammo, so you don't have to worry about running out of that kind of stuff, which is a definite improvement over the original game. That was always a big problem for me. You also get unlimited medkits, another great thing to have. Oh my god, you have no idea how much of a difference medkits make. Alright. Looking at our soldiers, I like, when I'm building my first squad, or any squad I use basically, I like to do 2 snipers, 2 scouts, and everyone else is riflemen. I like to have 2 guys at the back who can shoot and take down targets for me, but I don't like having 4 because that feels like a hassle. So, and then I like having 2 scouts because then I like some people who can just run across the map for me, find things for me, and then I know which direction to go, basically. So I'm going to start with the snipers because they're the easiest ones to do. Basically, I'm looking for the 2 soldiers that I have that have the greatest accuracy amongst them. Thompson's already designated as sniper, which means that he's already has the highest accuracy, which is 70. And then the next highest is there are 2 people with 68. So that would be Muhik and looks like Campbell. Oh, there's 3. Campbell and Bauer. I think I'm going to make Bauer the other sniper. The reason being is that the other 2 have great time units, so I can use them as scouts, and I know they can shoot, so that's great. So Bauer's going to be my other sniper. What I like to do with this, one of the great things about this game is that you can set a default class, so that way every time you assign a new soldier that same class, you're going to get the same thing, and you ain't got to spend like 20 minutes re-equipping your soldiers every time you change their classes. So basically with snipers, you got their sniper rifle, got some ammo for the sniper rifle and 1 grenade. You generally don't need more than 1 grenade for snipers because they're not going to be, generally they're not going to be up close with the enemies, so you don't have to worry about that. And I just like to give them an extra clip, you know, just in case we need it down the road. I sometimes like to give them a pistol as well, just because, you know, they might need a secondary in case they drop their primary, and you can't remember where they dropped it exactly. So I'm going to set this as default, and then I'm going to go to Bauer, because he's my other sniper, change him to sniper, and voila, he's got his stuff. Now, when you're doing your soldier loadouts, what you want to take note of is this carried weight icon. Once you go over this bar, your time units are going to go down. So basically your soldiers are over encumbered, and they can't move as far or as quickly as they do on the battlefield. So you want to take care to make sure that you're actually staying within your limitations for your soldiers. Alright, now with scouts. The scouts, what you're looking for is people with the highest amount of time units, because those are the ones who can cover the most distance on the squad. And it doesn't matter what their accuracy is, just as long as they can get across the map and tell you where things are, that's really all you need them for. So right now, Muhik has the highest amount, so she will be our first scout. So scout, that's weapons, I need scout, please. Alright, with scouts, they generally start off with pistol, explosives, a bunch of grenades. You don't need all these grenades, because really, when are you going to use them? And you don't need C4, because really, I don't like to do stuff on them, so. You put your pistol in here, and then you grab assault rifle. Although, she's Yugoslavian, so that means they're going to be communists. That means that she's going to be more familiar with the AK-74, so we're going to give her that instead. Voila, done. Alright. Default, and then we gotta look for our other scout. So, 72, 69, 69, okay, so that's gonna be Aragao, the Brazilian. Alright, change him to scout, please. And he's actually a NATO force, so I'm going to give him the NATO rifle, which is the M16 assault rifle, pretty much. Alright, he's done. Everyone else is going to be riflemen. These are the guys who are going to be your mid-range soldiers. Basically, they're between your scouts and between your snipers. Cover everything in the middle. Rifleman, he's Italian, so he's going to be NATO force. Basically, just give him a rifle, give him the ammo for that rifle, and like 2 grenades, maybe an extra clip in case you run out. Very rarely will you run out of ammo in this game, so you don't have to worry about it as much. Alright, change the rifle. It's done. Forgot to set this as default. There we go. She's actually from the Soviet Union, so we're going to give her the AK-74. Campbell, British, okay, change the rifleman, he's good. Bach, Backy, Bach, I think it's Backy. Change that. Alright, she's good. And Hoffman, West German. West German, so he's going to be on the capitalist side of Germany, so he's going to be more familiar with the NATO weaponry. Change all the riflemen, and we are golden. That's everyone. All my soldiers are done. Perfect. This next screen here is your vehicle equipment screen. Basically, this is where you can equip your different vehicles, such as scout cars, tanks. You equip them with their different weaponry. Rarely do I ever use vehicles, so I probably won't have any. So I'll be ignoring the screen for the most part. And then we come to your aircraft equipment screen. Basically, this is where you can equip your aircraft with different weapons. For Condors, they come with the standard Sidewinder missiles and the autocannon. And then you got your dropships, which are obviously your troop transports. Here is where you can design your troop layout to your liking, really. I know I personally don't like having anyone in the middle. I had a bad time with that when my first go-through of this game. Third mission down, I hadn't set it, and they got their head shot off right out the door because there were aliens right outside. So, yeah, that did not. Alright, for snipers, I like to have my snipers at the back, so one in the back corner, one in the other back corner. Where is he? There he is. Alright, and then you want your scouts up front on the front lines because you want them to explore. So that would be Aragao, I'm sorry, and Muhik. The base of the rest is basically just organizing this as best you can. There you go. And you're ready to go. Alright, and that's everything. Now we can get into the game. As you can see, it starts on September 1st, 1979, so all was right. And now you got your different speeds, which are, 1, which is normal, twice as fast, 3 times as fast, 4 times as fast, etc., etc. Basically, you just advance time, and you wait for your first contact. And there we go, we have our first contact, speaking of which, 14 hours in. It's a very small UFO. I know for a fact this is going to be a light scout UFO. It's going to be very tiny. You really only need to send up 1 aircraft for that because they don't have a lot of weapons. Oh, that's a landing. Okay, I'm going to keep the Condor there just in case it decides to take off. And I'm going to send Charlie 1 after it. It's gonna be Alright, Charlie 1 reaches their perfect timing. Our Condor ran out of fuel, and we got there just in time so they couldn't get off. But the bad news is, it's a night mission, so it's gonna be harder to see. In night combat, your soldiers' vision is decreased by 1/3 because their flashlights only illuminate 12 tiles in front of them, while in standard daylight they can see 16 tiles. So it's gonna be harder to see where they're going and where everything is. But the good news is they give you unlimited flares to work with, whereas in the original XCOM you had 1 flare, you threw it, you ran to it, you picked it up, and you threw it again. Pain in the ass to do that, I swear. Alright, feel free to read this if you want. It's basically explaining how ground combat works in this game. This one's also the crash site briefing one. Basically tells you what's going to happen when you're on a crash site. Basically it explains it caused damage, there's going to be fire, so don't walk into the fire, and there's not all the crew is going to survive. But in this case, it was a landing, so we don't have that to worry about. And this is a night mission briefing. Basically, this is explaining what I've already said. It's a night mission. You can't see as far. You have unlimited flares. And you can also make use of different light fixtures around the world. Alright, now this is a landing site, so it's not a crash. So I'm dealing with a full crew here. So we're dealing with at least twice the amount of enemies we would have on a normal light scout mission. Alright, so let's see. We're actually in a corner of the map, so there's probably nothing over here. How wide's the map? It's a pretty wide map, so. Alright. I'm betting that that craft is going to be down this end of the map, because we're already on the edge here, so it's not a lot for us to explore, really. Still going to send someone out there, you know, check, make sure nothing's actually over here, so we don't get shot in the back. And we can start off. Check the flare, see what we get. Alright. That did not go where I intended it to, but I can see. Oh, look, the building. Good throw. Alright. Alright, so nothing so far. Not very reassuring. Just spread out. Let's not go too far. Let's just get ready in case something happens. Oh, that sounded like a civilian. Alright, so when you play each mission, sometimes you're going to have civilian forces on there. Basically, they're divided into two categories. You have non-combatant civilians, which have no weapons whatsoever, and you have local forces, which could be anything from cops to soldiers to rebels. Basically, people with guns who will help you out and shoot aliens for you. Alright, so far so good. There's a civilian. Non-combatant, he doesn't have a gun. We have a cop over here, I know that. But where did that shot come from? There's a cop. Okay. Oh, you have an alien. Oh, there it is. That was a regular civilian who did it. That is a civilian. Basically, it's the equivalent of a muton. And they have a healing regeneration ability. Basically, if you shoot them and you don't kill them on their turn, they will regain a portion of their health and continue fighting. So yeah, if you're going to shoot it, make sure you can kill it. Campbell doesn't have a really great shot, so I'm not going to take it. Alright, he can't see it because there's a wall here. So Jordy should be safe for the time being. Alright. Alright, here we go. So far we only know of one alien. Nice shot. Nice kill. Good job. That was one of my... Who was that? Alright, so the other ones are at the UFO for the time being. I didn't hear anything else. So that kill went to Campbell with a nice wound from Muhik. So, good teamwork, guys. Good teamwork. Alright, Jordy, move up. This is the edge of the map here, so this area is pretty clear. I'm still going to throw a flare over here, or I'm going to try to throw a flare over here. Interesting. There's the UFO. What do we get? Oh! Oh! Oh, shit! Where did that come from? Oh my god, that came from in here. Shit, and I don't have any sight on that guy. Oh dear, that is bad. That is really bad, because I cannot see him. I think I might just have gotten my first soldier killed. Oh jeez. It's only the first mission, too. Alright, my other soldiers are still in the building, so... Interesting. Oh, there's an alien on the upper floor there. Alright, so there's one up here. Mamadova took one right in the face. Ouch. Alright, so we know there's an alien in this building. So, is there a rear entrance we can use? Awesome. There is. It's right here. So we're going to send Gubelini and Baki in here. See if they can smoke him out. I'll just leave Bauer there just in case if this guy decides to get a little gets a little gun happy. Oh jeez. He's in this corner. Yeah, he's in there. He's definitely in there. So Mammadova took a nasty wound there, so I'm going to heal her up real quick. Alright, she's good. Hopefully she doesn't take another one. Another one like that, she's going to die, so... Let's see if I can get her out to the cup. There we go. There he is. Alright, that's a season. Basically, a season is the human equivalent of the aliens. It's also basically the equivalent of the sectoid in the original XCOM games. There are 3 different kinds that I know of at the moment. There's the red shirt season, which is the non-combatant. Basically, it's a scientist. It goes out with a little pocket data thingy, and it collects data on our planet and has pistols. They don't really like to fight. They generally like to stay in the UFO. This is a blue one. This is a soldier season. Basically, they have a plasma rifle and they can shoot you. Basically, they go out and guard this non-combatants while they're out doing their research. And then you have a purple shirted one, which is also the psychic season. Basically, they have psychic powers, like the Sectons did in the original game. And they use it to drive down your soldiers' willpower, basically. Because they don't know where the attacks are coming from. Alright, nice wound, Lucas. And Mammadova cannot shoot, so shoot. Campbell can't see him anyway. Good. Nice hit, Khall. Alright, so he's suppressed, so he's not going anywhere, but he can still shoot, which is problematic. That's too far a run from Lumic. Alright, I got Mookik around back, so that's gonna be good. He's running. Okay, so we can see him when he moves. Ah! Campbell took one. Oh god. Oh shit. That's a civilian. So Campbell got a wound now. Damn it. Shit. Alright, so we know there's a guy in here. There's a guy up here, I know that. Of course we can't frickin' see him either. I'm gonna need to take him out first. Oh, there's another one. Oh, that's a non-combatant right here. This one with a pistol. Damn it, Baki. Oh, this is not going well. This is not going well at all. Oh my god. Thank you, Lucas. At least you got the 1 kill, but you're still out in the open for this other guy. Who, by the way, no one can see. He's on this side of the UFO. There he is, another season. Alright, so we know that there are 2 others. One is right here. The other one's out here. And we know there's a 3rd one up here on the 2nd floor. So there are at least 3, and we still haven't even gotten to the UFO yet. That is problematic, to say the least. Bauer's not doing us any good up back here, so I'm going to need to bring him forward as well. Keep moving him forward. Oh dear, that was probably bad. Ooh, two-shot misses. So he got shot from above, it looks like. Oh boy. Well, we just lost one of our snipers. Looks like we're going recruiting. Campbell needs to fix that wound, otherwise he's not going to be able to use. Let's fix that real quick. Well, he's not going to be able to bring out his siren. Nope, okay. So he's stuck with the medkit. Right, we got to get rid of this guy first. He's tough. Alright, I could have done better. 4 shots missed. Okay. Good shot, Lucas. Alright, now we really need to get rid of these guys, because they're being difficult. Oh boy. Oh, nice shot, Fabio. There he is. That's why I couldn't see him. Nice shot, Edmund. Miss. Miss again. Got 100% block, so Movic's not going to be able to hit, so I'm just going to have to move up to deal with that. Hoffman's not going to be able to hit either, so I'll move him up there. Really, there's nothing I can do. Those two are going to live another turn. Oh! Hoffman just took one to the face. Baki took one to the face too. Oh jeez, everyone's just getting shot up here. Well, Hoffman, let's get a little bit of revenge on this guy. So, see if we can move out of the way first. Alright, Robert, come on. Dang it. Good kill, Ziva. Lucas, let's see if we can get a flank in on this guy. Jesus. Scared the shit out of me. Where did he go? Can't see him. There he is. He's in the doorway. Good kill, Fabio. I'll turn around because there's a guy on that top. Hey. Alright, at least Robert and Lily are not bleeding, so they should be fine for this turn, as long as they don't get shot again. So we don't have to treat their wounds right away. We'll just have to deal with it when we get back to base. Alright, everyone. I'm just going to get out of the way here. Get the cover here. Stay out of line of sight. Because that almost ended badly again. So what's he going to do? Because I know where he is. He's upstairs. Do we have anyone who can get there reasonably? There he is. Damn it, Lucas. Alright, so that guy's pretty cornered. He's not able to do much anymore. See if we can get our boys in cover here. We can take this guy out. Alright, there's only one in the UFO, so that means we should have an easy time dealing with him. So we're going to shut the door. I know he's not going to come up here, and if he does, well, then he's got bigger balls than I do. Let's move up Hoffman so we have some support. Bring Edmund around, and bring Mamedova up, because I'm not trying to pronounce that first name, because I am not Yugoslavian. Yevgenia. I hope I didn't butcher that. I probably did. Alright, he's cornered. He can't do anything. He's stuck. Alright, so we know these two guys are cornered. We know where they are. As soon as we take them out, this mission is over. Alright, who wants to breach? Let's send in... Well, Fabio, you're the acting sergeant. I think you should breach. Good kill, Fobs. Fabio got a kill. That guy's done. Skip it up. Open the door. Light him up. Good kill, Robert. And that's the mission. Alright, let's go. Alright, so we didn't lose anybody, which is good. Bad news is, half my squad got lit up. So, wow. We lost half the squad for a considerable amount of time. This is why a medical center is very, very important, because it cuts down on the amount of time your soldiers miss. As you can see, Mamedova's out for 2 weeks, Campbell's out for a week and a half, Bauer's out for a month, Backey's out for a week and a half, and Hoffman is out for a week and a half as well. So, overall, it was a good mission. We saved 2 out of 3 civilians. We only had one guy technically die, which was Bauer. I'm actually surprised he didn't die from that wound, but he is going to be out a month. And he got the Crimson Heart. And we killed all the evidence. Perfect. Got some new research topics to deal with, but we're going to finish up the invasion research. And now I'm going to go, before I forget, I'm going to get some more soldiers. I'm going to need to replace those guys that are hurt. Alright, I'm looking for good accuracy and good time units. So, Lobato looks good. Gorski looked good. Griffin looks great. I guess we can Walker looks good. I'll get him. And let's go Karam. Alright. Alright guys, until the next episode, I'll catch you all later. This is the Nasty One, signing off.